Hey guys, welcome back. So today I have a foundation review for you, and I know I'm eating my words right now because I told you I'm not going to buy any foundations this year. But I got another Ulta 20% off coupon, and this foundation kind of intrigued me. And I was looking for something that was a little bit lighter than everything else that I had in terms of shade, because all of my shades right now are a little bit too dark for me. I typically self-tan year round, and this year I've just kind of put that on the back burner. And I also was thinking, it's going to get hot here, okay? And so a luminous finish foundation is probably not going to work out for me down here in the humidity. So I was looking for something a little bit more matte. So hence, that is how I stumbled upon the Fiona Stiles Matte Finish Foundation. I have been wearing it, and I am ready to give you my full thoughts and review. I bought this foundation at Ulta. It retails for $30. You get 1 fluid ounce. It is available in 10 different shades, and I have the shade 03 Warm Sand. I bought this just looking at the shades online. I took a shot in the dark. I was thinking either shade 3 or 4. I probably could have worn 4, and I probably will be more of the shade 4 in the summer, but right now with the little bronzing up, it's working for me. This is a matte finish foundation. Now, not matte in terms of flat. It's a very, I feel like it's a very soft focus effect foundation. It really blurs your imperfections. I find, and I can feel actually, not even the word find, I can feel it absorbing my oil like later on in the day after I've worn it for 6 to 8 hours. I can feel the oil being held back, and I don't really know how to explain that other than I can feel it on my face not coming out. I look in a mirror after wearing it for several hours, and number one, for me, if I wear a matte finish foundation and I've worn it for several hours, if it's too drying, it starts to look cakey and just really dry and dehydrated and parched and gross. It looks gross. Like the Marc Jacobs Remarkable foundation, I love that. But after a certain amount of hours, because it's a matte finish and not so forgiving of a matte, just a little bit more flat, I can feel my skin starting to look like crocodile skin, and I am not about that. This somehow is a matte finish, but very pretty. And because it absorbs the oil, it like retains it in a good way. Not retaining it like sucking the life out of your skin, but retaining it so that that oil almost makes your skin look good. Does that make sense? I don't know. It makes sense in my mind. It's very good at camouflaging the imperfections. I did, as you can see in the demo, I applied 1 layer of foundation, and I used a brush today, and I blended it all out. And then I wanted to build upon it to show you that you can do a second layer without it looking cakey. I'll kind of zoom in here a little bit. It doesn't look cakey, and it's buildable in a good way. Sometimes you build upon a foundation, especially a matte finish long wearing one, and you got cake situation. I feel like the formulation itself is not runny, and it's very lightweight and airy. So when you build upon it, you can lightly build those layers versus a heavier foundation. Like if a foundation's too heavy and you're building it, it's like thick buttercream frosting. I mean, you're just not going to end up with a smooth situation, you know, thick, thick, thick layers. So I really like that this is lightweight in formula, but still buildable to get a really, really flawless finish. I feel like the finish of it, let's talk about the finish, is very velvety. Very much like you're just softly powdered, which is really nice. It's matte, but not flat. It's very smooth like velvet looks. You know, if you look at a piece of velvet, it's flat, like it's matte, but it has a slight little sheen to it, and that is the appearance that I see when I look into the mirror at myself. I'm like, ooh, this is really pretty. So the foundation itself is very pigmented. Like when you put on each little bit on your face and you go to blend it out, each little bit is very pigmented. So a little does go a long way. And I really like that too, because if you don't want to do a couple layers of foundation, you still can get a full coverage look with less foundation. I have worn this foundation for a straight 8-hour day, and I still look just as good 8 hours later as when I first put it on. Now keep in mind, I do not have oily skin. I have normal skin, pretty much normal right across the board. As we head into summer and the humidity spikes, I get a little bit more combo, but that just makes sense because you're standing outside in a sauna all day. Your face is not going to be matte flat. But I'm thinking that this is going to be a great foundation for those types of conditions because it really controls the oil. So if you start to produce the oil, you know, it keeps it under wraps so you don't look like a greasy mess in a couple hours. I am very highly impressed with this. I mean, I think $30 is an amazing price point for such a bomb foundation. Like, Even if you're dry skin, I think you should try this. I really do. If you struggle with that, beef up your moisturizer or add in a drop of oil to this. I don't know. I know you can do that. That kind of scares me, and I know people recommend it. I would only recommend that if you're super dry. But beef up your daytime moisturizer. Let that sink in before you go in with the foundation. If you're oily, try this out. I'd be really curious to know, for all of you who are super oily, what happens when you wear this foundation, because I'm not super oily, and I feel like as I wear this foundation, it just gets better and better. Like, it melds into your skin. It looks even less like makeup. Sit in your car, pull down your what the heck? I can't talk. Pull down the mirror. And do you see your makeup? You know, that's like, the daylight doesn't lie. But I notice that this is a beautiful foundation. It wears well. I really like how it gives me a flawless look, and I did have some breakouts today. You'll see in the demo I kind of like tried to mask them, and I'm just really, really impressed with this foundation overall. So let me know. Let me know if you're going to go out and try this. I definitely put my stamp of approval on this. I'm forward thinking here. It's going to start to warm up soon. For some of you, you're like, yeah, right, I still got snow on the ground. Well, it's like 80 degrees here in South Texas, and I'm already forward thinking about summer. And, you know, even if it's summer, I don't necessarily wear a lot of makeup, but on days that I do, like, I want it to look like I'm wearing makeup, and I still want to have a flawless base no matter what. So I'm thinking this is going to be an awesome foundation for year-round, and specifically once it starts to warm up, because I'm telling you, it really controls the oil. Well, this was kind of a quick video. I really enjoy this foundation. I don't really have anything bad to say about it. I've applied it with a couple different methods, and I've just found that it's working for me. So I wanted to make a video for you guys, and let me know if you're going to try it out, or if you've tried this foundation and what your thoughts are down below. I love you guys so much, and I look forward to chatting with you in my next video. Bye, guys.